Cool. What's up, everybody? Trent Denson here. Spread the positive as always, man. Got a little impromptu live show for y'all today with a returning guest, my guy, Mr. Demetrius Short. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing great today, Trent, man. Glad to be here.
Love it, man. Love it. So we're talking steps of success 5K. It's going down this Saturday, correct?
That is correct. The 13th version, the year 13.
13, man. 13. Congratulations. That's
Thank
incredible.
you.
That is incredible. So man, we did an episode of the STP pod when? I mean, it had to be what,
Woo!
3 or 4 years, 3 years
Yeah.
ago or so?
Yes, indeed. It's been a
And
minute.
And it made it through COVID, made it through everything, right?
Take me back, dear Lord.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. So yeah, man, you've done it, huh? You're going on year 13, you're getting suited up again, right?
Man, getting suited up. We're 2 days away from an amazing event, and just excited about what we've been able to persevere through. As you said, COVID, a lot of 5Ks, a lot of sports and entertainment companies did not survive. And to be here, still thriving and growing, to do what we do in the community is an honor and a privilege because of our supporters and the funders and our great staff.
I love it, man. Well, tell us about those. Give us, the people that don't know, 13 years is a long time, man. Where's the origin story? And I mean, what's special about this one coming up?
Well, Steps of Success commemorates my struggle as the first in my family to go to college. I was a pretty good football player, baseball player, basketball player, 3.6 GPA.
Nice.
Missed them out healthy, just the product of Cincinnati, and I don't say that, I say that humbly, just good upbringing, pastor's kid, we just loved people. I was that dude in high school, big brother to everybody. And the students respected me, the teachers respected me. So I knew and thought my pathway to success would be at least D3 ball, at least, 3.6 brains and athleticism. At least this guy is going to be able to go to a little D3 school, play sports, and pursue a computer science degree. Well, didn't get a college scholarship. Ended up at Fisk University here in Nashville, Tennessee, with no football, barely a baseball team. We call us the Bad News Bears. But it exposed a totally different pathway to my success today that I did not know back in 1992. The problem was I didn't have financial aid. So athletes never see the bill. So mom and dad is like, now, wait a minute, school costs what? So my struggle exposed to me the cost of education that the traditional athlete never sees, but it placed me in the seat that I am today, and I would not trade it for the world, that I'm now the CEO. And I started wearing suits in 5th grade to be like my dad. Thought it was going to be a fad, high school suits. Showed up at Fisk University day one with the alligator skin shoes, a navy blue suit, a briefcase, and every student's like, are you a teacher? Just an old nature. But that suit became my brand. My struggle at Fisk, sleeping on the dorm director's couch. Man. I hid this secret of this product of Cincinnati, taking 6 years to get out of school, went from a 3.6 to a 1.8 GPA. I hid all that shame. Big fake smiling, right? What we do, you put that, everything is great. And this is the early 90s where we weren't really apt to this thing called mental health. And I'm Black, I'm in the church, I'm a superstar, he doesn't hurt. And I carried that burden, that struggle, that depression. But thankfully, I did not give up. I got my graduated in 6 years. Thank you, Lordy. You know what that means. I wasn't summa cum nothing, Lordy.
Right.
Dream job with IBM, making $72,000 in 1999. And I vowed, what the heck just happened? And how do I go back and help one kid, just one kid?
That's right.
In a suit and sneakers. And I'm going to help raise a scholarship. And here I am 13 years later,
man,
thousands of dollars would not change my journey for the world. It's beautiful.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible. Love this story. It's always been super inspiring on my end too. Just I remember our podcast. This is one of my favorite to date. But yeah, man, it's amazing all the stuff that's come from this, man. Like you're supporting a bunch of like you said, pumping a lot of money back into, places that need the resources the most, really putting your money where your mouth is, and living out, what you've been preaching for a long time. So, what I know, well, tell us about the different nonprofits that you benefited over the years, and let's get into the beneficiary this year as well.
Yes, indeed. So Steps of Success, again, is a fundraiser. Again, I vowed to just help one kid and go on my merry way.
Yep.
Servant leadership is always reaching back, and that's at the precipice of my DNA. It's service to others. So the money that we gave in that first year in 2020 and 2010, the students started saying, wait a minute, what you're teaching us, thank you for the scholarship, but you're teaching us about how to navigate through life. And so the race fundraiser then turned into a mentoring program. And that mentoring program turned into a nonprofit called Transformation Life Center. So how we scope it is Transformation Life Center is the nonprofit organization, and it's the home of the Steps of Success 5K. We run in that 5K every year, which is in 2 days. But that 5K funds our amazing programs, our Brown Boys Read Initiative, where we are inspiring the love of reading through the love of running to help Black and brown boys improve reading proficiency, outrun childhood obesity, and live healthier, fuller lives, 2nd to 3rd grade boys. And our Collegiate Leadership Academy, Pathway to Success Leadership Academy, where we bring college students face to face with thought leaders, nice. Industry leaders, because the book is only going to teach you so much, right? Trent can tell an aspiring podcaster who's 16 how to walk that walk. So our academy brings these students face to face, and we help them create a pathway to success. So Transformation Life Center is the charity beneficiary of this race for the 13th year, and the funds from this race, we borrow your feet for 3.1 miles. And it funds these 2 amazing programs. Your feet are powerful scholarships and weapons that help some of the most amazing future leaders that's going to come out of Nashville.
Man, that's beautiful. I love that so much, dude. Hey, you practiced that a time or two. You said that a few times.
It's in my heart now.
That was beautifully said, man. I love every single thing about it. The tagline here at Spread the Positive is bringing light to what's going right, man. So you've been doing that for a long time, and it's super inspiring, all the work that you do, man. I got another note here. You wrote a foreword for the book Leading with Feet. You want to get into all that?
Man, God brought me a couple of years ago face to face with author and super CEO Sherelle Lance, and she wrote a book called Leading with Feet. I'd never met her. We came across one another, and you talking about a story, me using my feet, vowing to run in a suit to the day I die to help college students and underserved youth become the leaders we know they can be. Met Miss Lance, and she's like, you've got the right to forward to my book. And I'm like, what book? She said, Leading with Feet. And the tears began to roll down my face, that how God brought me connected to this author whose book is all about taking intentional steps to reach success. Trent, isn't that what I have been doing? So I didn't have to write the book. He brought me face to face with his author, and she asked me to write the foreword. So I shared my story about how my life is applicable to the steps that she's doing in her book. And that book is out right now. We're on version 2. All of our students read from that book. We teach from that book. Leading with Feet. My feet have taken me places that I never thought I would be. It's hard work, right? Marathon runners, to run 4 hours, the discipline of a runner, the discipline to not quit at mile 1, 2, 3, to see the finish line, is all the things that we instill into these amazing students who all they need is our support. Most of these students don't have a mother that went to college, or father. Some of them are from single parents' homes. Some of them have grandmothers who are raising them, and grandfathers. So our organization is cultivating the future leaders to positively impact their community and the world. So Leading with Feet tells the story of how we intentionally prepare them to take steps. You'll never cross the finish line if you don't take step number 1. All too often we're worried about the finish, but the most powerful step you can take, Trent, is the very first one. And that's what we start with.
Preach,
Leading with Feet.
Preach. That is beautifully said as well, man. Where can people find the book?
Man, you can go on Amazon, Leading with Feet. Again, Sherelle Lance, she's coming to the race She'll be in Nashville again next week on September 14th. We are kicking off the Leadership Academy, Becoming Passion Pushers, Leading with Feet. We are the first session of 12 for the college. I cannot wait to get through this race and stand in front of these students and teach from this amazing book with my amazing friend. You can go get that book. We will be hosting little podcasts to share chapter by chapter. So stay tuned for more information on that. Not just for our students, but for individuals who are listening to this podcast today.
That's beautiful, man. Excuse the background noise. Sorry, I got some little background. But so go ahead and plug away how people can there's still time to register, right? And it's going it's happening. I got the link right here, I think, to it's in the comment or in the description for sure. But go ahead and tell the folks how we can get this or get people to sign up. And I'm sure you're still looking for some donations and sponsorships, anything like that. Plug away, man.
Wow, year 13, and what's significant, and this is hot off the press, Trent. For the first time in 13 years, I will not be able to run in the suit and sneakers.
Man, what? Yeah, I actually just saw that. I wasn't sure so bringing that up.
This is hot. I mean, this is brand new. I just shared with our board back in January. My doctor found on an MRI that I had cartilage damage in my knee.
Oh.
And I couldn't run. I'm going, well, it's just a meniscus or something like that that'll grow. He said, no, you sit down. You have a very rare quarter-size hole in my left knee, and it will not grow back.
Dang,
so I'm going, okay, let's fix it. It can't be fixed. It can only be fixed through a donor transplant. Man. I said, okay, let's go to the donor bank. And he says, no. A young person has to die tragically to give you this cartilage. My wife and I froze. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that someone has to lose their life? I appreciate donor. It gets emotional for me because it's for us to get that call, being on a donor list for 2 months, and to get that call, hey, you need to get into the office immediately. We knew on that day that while we were celebrating some family of a 25-year-old male who had to die tragically, that's the only way I can get the cartilage, no disease, and that haunts, and it still haunts me today, that some family is going to bury their child.
Bro.
But his cartilage is going to give me life. And so I won't be able to run this year, but 2 men are going to run for me. I have the card right here. This is fresh. I'm going to write the donor. I have his ID. And I will write this family and let them know that because of you sponsors, because of our runners, your son's life will not go in vain. He's given me another lease on life. I can't run this year, but we've created the Dear Donor Award, which will be awarded this year. I will never forget the ultimate sacrifice that this family has done, but I need you all. We are at $67,000 of $100,000 goal. I am going to invite this family out to be part. I will run every year harder and faster. I have another person in my body, and I can't move my knee for 6 months. So I'll be on crutches. I'll be in a scooter tomorrow. I'll be like Dion, play my theme music, and I'll be scooting around. And so I'm asking all of you to come out, hit that registration link. It's $50. You get this beautiful finisher medal, hot off the press. We customize this medal. We do super dope bling.
Man, that is
that. You get a text T-shirt, and we're going to raise this money to help fund the amazing programs at Transformation Life Center and bring a sense of smiles to this family that they gave me life and a second chance to do what I do best.
That's incredible, man. Dang, that got me, bro. You got me in my feels big time. That's some powerful stuff. Man, yeah, people, let's rally. Let's rally for this cause. This is clearly something that's a beautiful mission, beautiful, just the whole thing, man. That's obviously the tragedy is awful, but man, to take triumph and make a tragedy or tragedy and turn it into a triumph, man, and that legacy lives on forever, man, and that's a beautiful thing. And man, that's incredible, Demetrius, man.
I struggle every day, Trent. I'm struggling every day when I look at my cast on my leg, my brace.
Bro.
But you know what? someone told me, my mentor said this, and this is beautiful. She lost her husband, instantly a couple of years ago. I helped her through that. She says, Demetrius, isn't it interesting that for 24 years, you and your wife has helped some kids that needed you the most for 24 years? But isn't it amazing now that a kid is going to help you to continue to do that? Trent, I'm ready to run through a wall. I'm ready to do more, but I can't do it alone. I need spread the positivity. You don't have to show up, make a donation, $10, $50. Come to the More Than a Race after party. We're going to Hotel Hutton at 6 p.m. Grammy Award-winning DJ Smoke.
Oh,
the Real
man.
Davenport Experience. And Jesse Wilson will be smashing at Analog.
Wow.
6 to 10 p.m. Saturday night, our first ever. So if you don't run, $30 at the door. All the donations go to TLC, and we're going to party from
That's right.
6 to 10 p.m. and have an amazing time.
That's beautiful, man. You're a legend, dude. Shouts to everything. Hope, and we'll be sure to blast this everywhere we can. It was great hearing from you, man. We put this together pretty quick, man. Excuse a little the technical difficulties, but man, we got some links that we can shoot out, and we'll shoot over some clips and everything else we can do to help, man. Always pulling for you in your mission, man. It's always super inspiring, all the work that you're doing. And y'all show out on Saturday. Where y'all meeting, or where's it? I mean, I guess all the registration.
Shelby Park, right there in the heart, flat and fast. You will love me. I don't give you any heels.
Okay,
I'm gonna be your favorite
that's big. That's big for me. I'm not a runner, man. That's big for me.
Come and walk, come and run, push the kids in the stroller. It's family friendly, and we're gonna have a great time.
That's beautiful, man. Well, great to hear from you. Speedy recovery, bro. And we'll jump off here. And y'all be sure to check out all the links in the description. We'll go and get this live on the podcast platforms right after this too. So shouts to you, man. Anything else we can do to help? We're always here. I appreciate you.
Thanks for spreading the positivity, my brother. We love you. Thank you.
All right, man. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.